Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to Armored Warfare, where today I am going to talk about patch 0.13. When I made my previous patch notes episode, seemed like a lot of you enjoyed it, so I decided to make another one. So while I am talking about new stuff, you can enjoy the gameplay action on the background with new Chinese NPTs. I'm going to show you different tiers, and at the end you're going to see some pretty epic action in new tier 8 NPT as well. I simply cannot cover every single little change, every single little bug fix, so if you're interested to see everything, link is in the description. Go click on it, you're going to see full list of changes. I'm going to talk about what I can say is most important. So yeah, what we did get, we did receive a new dealer. Shangfeng, I believe is how you pronounce it, with 7 new Chinese NPTs. Type 59, tier 3, type 69 2, tier 4, type 80 2, tier 5, type 85 2M, tier 6, type 90 2, tier 7, and type 98, which is tier 8. And we received one new premium vehicle as well, which is WC 1224, which is tier 5 premium MBT, new tier 5 premium MBT. So 7 new vehicles in total, which is simply awesome. New vehicles are always exciting, and I especially like the part in the patch notes where they said, to begin with, Feng is offering 7 new Chinese vehicles to players with more nations to come. Oh yes, please. Moving on, and another new big thing that we received is new map, Coastal Threat map. Seems to be city map, but sadly, even after 30 plus games that I played yesterday trying to catch this map, I didn't see Coastal Threat, not even once. So I cannot tell you how it feels, all I can show you is a picture, and it seems like it is a city map. I love city maps, so hopefully I'm going to love this map as well. But if you have played on Coastal Threat, please let me know. Feedback is always welcome. Let me know how did you enjoy it. PvE players are going to be extremely happy about this patch because PvE reward system received pretty nice changes. They decided that PvE needs to be more like PvP. They introduced a new cost, logistics costs, for PvE missions on medium or higher difficulty and vastly increased cross rewards. This will make medium or higher rewards more performance dependent, as well as benefit more from any kind of multipliers, such as premium accounts and premium tanks. They also lowered the cost of the resupply kit, in low tiers from 4k to 2k, in mid tiers from 12k to 8k, and in high tiers from 20,000 credits to 14,000 credits. So extra 6,000 credit profit in every single game. Okay. And one of the best things that they did actually is one of the most annoying things in PvE, which is artillery. AI-controlled artillery was changed to reduce the focus on a single player. Yeah, man, it was so damn annoying. If your team didn't have any artillery and if enemy artillery is going to focus you down, then... oh boy, I think you know what I'm talking about. And next up we have long-awaited Matchmaker 2.0. They have updated the matchmaking system to provide an overall better experience to players looking for more balanced matches. Previously, players would often find themselves placed against full platoons in higher tiered vehicles. It was actually a pretty huge problem because let's say enemy team had 2 platoons, 2 full platoons filled with tier 8s. We only had 4 tier 8 vehicles, so it is pretty much GG already. 2 extra tier 8s in a platoon that is going to coordinate as well. Yeah, you have no chance. Platoons will now be matched against equally tiered platoons or players who match the top tier in the platoon. So once again, let's say enemy team has a platoon of 3 tier 8 vehicles. It can only get into match if the match has 3 other tier 8s, platooned or not. Doesn't matter, top tiers are going to be equal. And they did the same to the artillery as well, which is more strictly matched now. If enemy team is going to receive tier 8 artillery, your team is going to receive tier 8 artillery as well, from now on. Next up we have really good news to the guys who do not like to play with artillery. Retrofits and commanders previously unlocked by progressing through the artillery line of vehicles have been duplicated to other vehicles. The magnetic actuator retrofit can now be unlocked on the following vehicles: LAV 300, P1 Centauro and Striker. The gyroscopic stabilizer can now be unlocked with M551 Sheridan, Stingray 1 and XM8. The Commander Freya Hoibjerg can now also be unlocked on the BMT-1 and the Commander Juan Carlos Miramon can now also be unlocked on the Swingfire. We have added a new retrofit called Reinforced Wheels, which is obvious. It is going to give more hit points to your tracks and wheels. Mark 1 is given out automatically to all players, but you're going to be able to get Mark 2 from type 69-2 and Mark 3 from type 92. The Mark 1 and Mark 2 variants of the enhanced oil cooling retrofit can now be unlocked playing with type 59 and type 85-2M. A lot of changes to the component and crew damage system, reducing saved component damage percentage from 50 to 30. However, components will now take less damage if their saving throws succeed. Hit points have been slightly increased for all components, except for treads, which now take 2 critical hits to destroy. Repair speed has been increased for tracks and engines. Tracks now repair in 6 seconds and engines in 7 seconds. Destroying an external gas tank now has a 35% to start a fire on the vehicle. Destroying an external gas tank now also causes 5% penalty to vehicle traverse speed. While the external gas tank is in the destroyed state, there is a 15% greater chance to start a fire. Fire damage to internal components has been slightly decreased. Fewer components should now enter to the damage state after a fire starts. Some other interesting changes, like they added modern camouflage patterns. Small repair and first aid kits now instantly repair a damaged component or crew member if there was only one available to fix, which is actually pretty nice change. From now on, players can hold down their left mouse button. As soon as you're done reloading, you're going to fire automatically. They adjusted ramming damage, so players are less likely to take damage by simply sideswiping another vehicle. Ramming damage will now mostly occur only in head-on collision, and they added new counter-battery notification sound. A lot of changes to the UI that you can read from the patch notes, like they added rate of fire to the vehicle stat panel, and from now on you can share your results in the Facebook. Yes, I needed that. But now guys, let's talk about changes to the vehicles. One of the most interesting changes is armor rebalance, especially for me, because I love my grab and this change is pretty interesting. In order to improve the reward for successfully flanking enemy main battle tank from behind, a global armor adjustment has been done on all MBTs from tier 2 to tier 9. This results in an effective reduction of roughly 20% armor protection on the rear of the tank from tier 2 to tier 6 and roughly 40% for tier 7 to tier 9. The nominal values for tank armor will not be changing, only the composition of the steel. This change primarily benefits automatic cannons, like Crab and Terminator 2 in high tier battles. Did we need it? I don't know. I have plenty 7000 plus damage games with my Crab, but the only place that I can penetrate is the rear of the tank. The rear end of the tank from the side as well, and they are actually thinking about doing something with the side armor. So maybe it is the era of automatic cannons. The era of Crab. Sounds good to me. BMP-1P received pretty nice buff because the BMP-1P wasn't as clear of an upgrade over the original BMP-1. So HE damage increased by 10%, rate of fire with all standard rounds increased by 10%, rate of fire with 80 GMs increased by 20%, and aim time decreased from 2.8 seconds to 2.6 seconds. Next up, the M1 Abrams model has undergone a significant rework, and they fixed the gun barrel issue where it can clip through the hull. Type 59 Legend, fire and smoke now come out of the engine deck in the proper areas. Fixed an issue where the threads on the destroyed version of the Type 59 were undamaged. T62 fixed an issue with the T62's tow cable appearing too shiny. Fixed an issue where the vehicle texture on the turret was incorrect, and they fixed an issue where the front roller was turned around. BMP-2 received a little buff as well. Autocannon clip reload time decreased from 7.5 seconds to 6.5 seconds, so 1 second better reload time. And 80 gems reload time decreased from 16 seconds to 14.29 seconds. Now BMP-3 and BMP-3M, pretty much every single gun stat received pretty nice buff. So yeah, not much more to say. I'm not going to go over all of them, just better penetration, better damage, faster reload time. All you need to know. on BMP3 and BMP3M. LAV 300 camo factor improved from 0.25 to 0.28, aim time decreased from 3.3 seconds to 3 seconds, better peak accuracy, and hit points from 1095 to 1205. Same goes to the LAV 600 camo factor, improved from 0.25 to 0.28, but aim time from 3 seconds to 2.7 seconds. Once again, better peak accuracy and hit points from 1660 to 1830. Next up we have the M8 Thunderbolt 2. That is doing just slightly below average on match performance. So it received a reload time buff from 7.62 seconds to 6.63 seconds, which is pretty much like 1 second better reload time. Aim time from 3 seconds to 2.8 seconds, and every single round received better penetration values. And second AP round upgrade from 602 to 654, so 654 penetration. That is pretty damn nice. Heat also received penetration upgrade. And finally D64, where they improved peak accuracy from 0.164 to 0.148. And some other small changes and bug fixes that you can all read, that are not that important actually. But when I'm going to talk about PvP, designers are working, they are trying to optimize every single map, some audio fixes, terrain fixes, camera fixes on every single PvP map. They have done a global shadow and vegetation pass for consistency and optimization, so every single map should run better now, but it is going to be even better in the future. Now, one of the most interesting changes actually in PvP is that Platoon members will now spawn near each other on all PvP maps. This is something, this is just a tiny little feature that we guys have been asking for ages in World of Tanks. Finally, in Armored Warfare, it is here. Just a tiny little thing. Yeah, and as I mentioned before, a lot of bug fixes, a shit ton of bug fixes. I'm not going to go over those bug fixes. If you want to know more what they did to PvE maps and PvE missions, go read through the bug fixes as well. But yeah, I believe that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed yet another Patch Notes episode. If you would like to see more, let me know. If I missed something important, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I am excited actually. I am really excited. I'm going to render this video and I'm going to play some more Armored Warfare. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, thumbs down if you didn't. Take care, enjoy your life, and bye.